Hi everybody, welcome back to Red Business in Focus with Cork's local enterprise offices, where we're meeting entrepreneurs with big ambition. This week we are joined by an innovative and ambitious business owner, Carole Kendellen from Basil Market Deli. Carole is going to fill us in on her successful business and tell us her story about how they launched their e-commerce site, basil.ie, within a week of the national lockdown in March 2020. And that was something that opened a new market, getting orders from all over the world to be delivered locally from here in Cork. Carole, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me,
fulfilled
Jonathan.
the number one mandate of somebody coming in from a food business. You brought food. So before we do the complicated what's your 30 seconds bit, what's in the box?
These are our signature box of sweet treats, our 4 best sellers, our Bakewell, our Brownie, our Rocky Road and our Almond and Slice.
Okay, and just to clarify, this is all for me and none for the crew, yeah?
No, it's actually for Stephanie, Jonathan,
Okay.
sorry.
Right, yes, all for me, that's what I heard. You have 30 seconds, Carole, to tell us what your business does and how you pivoted. The time starts now.
We are a local family-run business in Ballintemple. We are passionate about great food being served in a local, warm environment. Along with our 3 chefs, we offer the best of local Irish ingredients in our take-home meal collection, our salads, our mouth-watering array of cakes and pastries, included in our signature box of sweet treats. We have a bit of a cult following around our ciabatta range. We have coffees, wines, gifts, care packs and gift hampers, all on basil.ie as well.
Very good. Okay, just in the 30 seconds. Well done. Now, I'm from Ballintemple originally, so I'm very familiar with where your shop is, next to the venue pub.
That's right.
Kind of just at the heart of the village there. When you started it, it was just a good old-fashioned deli. That was your plan, wasn't it? Good quality local food served quickly and with a smile.
Yes, absolutely. We found that there was a need in the area for such an offering, takeaway, sit down as well, and the whole deli offering, and that was our initial plan. Yeah, and it worked really well. We had a great start. Yes, until March 2020.
I can't imagine what happened then that would have caused upset.
Well, nobody could, and we couldn't have foreseen what was to come down the track. We knew we'd lose our in-store seating straight away. We had no idea what was ahead, like anybody else, I guess. We didn't realise then that we would lose our pharma contracts, our drug rep contracts, our corporate catering, our family and occasion catering.
All of that lovely,
gone.
What's described as the milk money. It comes in every week and keeps the show on the road.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, the fact that you set up the website within a week, that meant somebody was thinking. Whose decision was that?
Well, I was playing around with the idea pre-COVID, and I was probably kicking the can down the road, if truth be told. But when lockdown was announced, a friend of my son's, Rory, who's an IT whiz, had looked at the platform. So he was pretty much ready to go once I gave him the go-ahead, and we were up and running in no time at all. It did mean I was staying up every night photographing each individual item in the shop, which probably took way longer than it should have. But we went live, I think it was the first week of April 2020.
Were you anticipating at that stage that you were going to be delivering to Ballinlough and you were going to be delivering to Glasheen and you might have to go down to East Cork?
We were keeping it within a 5-kilometre range to see how it worked, free delivery, and we had a lovely little, my son was the delivery driver at the time, and he would have gone anywhere and we never saw anyone stuck. If they were outside the 5 kilometres, they were elderly, they were healthcare workers, we never saw them stuck.
When did you start to see interest coming in from overseas? Because that wasn't what you'd started out to do.
No, not at all.
But it started organically coming into you.
Obviously, expats abroad, family in the village, in the area, were telling people there's a deli in the village and they have free delivery. So then all of a sudden, the orders started pinging in from around the world, and they would follow up the order with a phone call. Can you actually deliver today? Yes, we can. We have a van on the road. I started then saying, well, look, would you like a personal note put in with it? Oh, yes, please. That would be great. Even nationally, even Dublin, even Kerry, people were ringing, and they were really, really chuffed and happy that their loved ones were looked after, and it became a thing during lockdown that a lot of the elderly and the young kids loved to see the Basil van pull up in the driveway with their range of goodies.
Yeah, and the great thing about it is it's the focus you still have. It's still on fresh, but obviously you can't send a ciabatta to Dubai or to Australia.
No.
So you were sending a lot of the, shall we say, the ambient stuff over there. Like you would really go to great lengths to pick nice stuff.
Absolutely, yes. And I suppose just to clarify there, it was the calls were coming in for globally to be delivered locally rather than the other way around.
So do you sell stuff abroad?
We actually take the orders from abroad to be delivered locally, but we can ship some of our gifts abroad.
The great thing about that, is that you were getting people abroad to look after the mammy or to look after the brother who was stuck in the lockdown.
Yes, one particular case springs to mind. A woman rang from Dublin after placing her order online, and she said, I am beside myself. She said that you can actually bring it down to her. And she called in after lockdown and she said, I cried when my mother sent me the photograph of the care pack, the box of sweet treats with the handwritten note. And she said the relief I felt, because you remember, Jonathan, nobody could move outside the 5 kilometres. So you had all these people who were elderly, especially, who were completely isolated. And that was the only interaction they probably had, was us on a weekly basis.
Now that you're reopened, are you keeping the website? Has it resulted in you having a bigger business, Carole?
It has. It's a core part of our business. People that are time poor certainly use the app or basil.ie. Their lunch is put away. We're a small outfit, so we don't have a huge capacity and we get sold out very quickly. So they know that they have it and they can rock up until 3 o'clock. The model is now at 3 o'clock rather than 6 o'clock because people are so organised. And they are booking online and we're delivering as well.
And the great thing is that's going to keep going from strength to strength. The local enterprise office helped you a lot
hugely,
over that period, though.
Hugely. Anybody that's thinking of starting a business, I would say your first port of call would be the local enterprise office. Ronan O'Farrell, Ita Madden, Adrian Rogers, Paul McGurk and Siobhan, they're absolutely great. They were like our business family that held us and nurtured us the whole way through, even before we started the feasibility study, the whole way along. Mentoring, training, hugely important, really important to us.
Did you ever think when you started the business that this is where it was going to end up?
Never. No.
But
no.
You seem like someone who's thrived off that. That's really given you extra motivation.
It has. Definitely pivoting the model, and a lot of the physical stores were closed during the lockdown. So we became a one-stop shop. People were looking for Mother's Day gifts, Father's Day gifts, graduation gifts. So we went with that. We gave the customer what they needed. I have gift hampers, I have care hampers. And it's an area I'd love to develop. And because we lost the seating, that's something we just got hugely involved in. And it's been very lucrative for us as well.
Well, continued success to all of you. What's the big ciabatta again? Remember you told me this before.
The Cajun chicken ciabatta.
Cajun chicken ciabatta.
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah, it sounds nice. All right.
It is good.
I can wait my way through all of these desserts that I'm not sharing with anybody. Again,
Enjoy,
just like to
Jonathan.
clarify that.
Yeah.
The website, if people want to order a decent lunch, and it can be delivered in the little Basil van, as you call it.
Exactly. Basil.ie, and our app is Basil Market Deli.
Carole Kendellen of Basil, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Well, that is it for this week. Local Enterprise Week is coming up from March the 7th to 11th, so be sure to check out Cork Local Enterprise offices for events that can help you push forward your business. If you're interested in food and retail service, the Local Enterprise Office Cork City is inviting people to take part in an energised session with Ireland's retail and food service expert James Burke. That's on the 8th of March from 4 p.m. to 5:30. The session will be held with journalist, food writer and co-founder of the It's a Cafe and restaurant chain Dominic Kemp and the multi-award winning retailer Rachel Doyle from Arboretum. You can book your place online with Local Enterprise Week thanks to Cork's Local Enterprise offices. Now join us next week. David Moore of Visca will be filling us in on how they became advanced automation specialists in the area of machine vision, robotics and lab view development. We'll also be joined by a little friend of his, the world's smallest and most compact industrial robot. Can't wait to get him into studio. See you next week on Red Business in Focus with Cork's Local Enterprise offices.